So to complete every single bestiary in the entire game, this is exactly the way we are going to do this. So this isn't going to really, I don't want to format this like a tutorial. I just want to give you like a straightforward how to do every single thing. So I'm not going to go over every single bestiary individually. I'm just going to tell you what helps me and the things I had troubles with and how to do them. So obviously, right, we're going to go over it all. There's going to be some stuff. My only, thing to tell you is use your brain, right? Like I know that might, be difficult to half of my audience, but like if you click on something, usually it's going to tell you like something about it. And if you can't find anything about it, go look it up. Use like the Fish Wiki or something, because as you see, I'll come over to your Fish Wiki. There's all this information, but say I'm struggling to catch like a bull shark. I come over to bull shark. Okay, there's all this stuff, but alternate conditions in the bestiary, it's not helping, blah, blah, blah. Understand. So it'll give you like all the recommendations. And when I say use what's recommended, I'm saying use what's recommended, like ultra high luck, everything in these specific conditions in the Rasa Coral Reef. That's exactly how I caught it, was doing that method. And so that's all I could really tell you is just use your brain, right? And there's a few other things that you obviously want to look at whenever you are like stuck on a fish. So say you're stuck on a fish, right? And you're using like, say you're using, let me find it, the Heavens Rod. Say you're using the Heavens Rod. Use so much luck, but you can't pull anything good or bad. Like you're trying to get, say, something on a lower quality. That's why your rod is way too good. So what I'd recommend, use something like the Nocturnal Rod if you're stuck on like a unusual, and use garbage bait, because then your luck is just going to be horrible. Because I know for a fact, say like cryogenic canal, the ice perch, for whatever reason, I had like thousands and thousands of fish and was never able to catch it. But then I used the Nocturnal Rod with the garbage bait and I caught it almost instantly. And that worked for every single zone. So like cryogenic canal, the frigid caverns, the glacial grottos, so like all of these ones that you usually struggle getting, for whatever reason, it was so much easier to get. So I would definitely recommend that. And then obviously, like if it's something that's like a mythic that you're struggling to get luck from Merlin at Sunstone. Like that's fairly simple. I do that in about every single one of my tutorials where I'm going over a rare fish to catch. But genuinely though, just do that. Like if you're using luck, that'll speed up the whole process of getting those. Obviously you don't get luck when you're stuck on like a lower quality one, but just do that. And whenever it comes to things like, I know a lot of these garbage trash rarity ones are caught in the sea from like crab cages and stuff. That's super easy. But also, once again, right, if you say for a fact you filter out like all of them, but the percentage isn't 100% because you haven't actually caught it, you can only actually contribute to your bestiary if you have actually caught the fish. So what definitely would help me with, say, like the sea mine, for example, I have a decent amount of those, like 6 of them. Yeah. So I used an Aurora, right? I have a decent amount of money and I can make that money back. So I don't really care to buy an Aurora totem every now and then, which I run all the time in my Discord server. So you should definitely join, linked in the description. But it's not that difficult. So you just put down a freaking crab cage in the desolate deep, wait like a few minutes, and then usually always get them if you're using the sea mine, if you're using that. And then something like the golden sea pearl. I know this one's also paying for people to get. This thing right here, it wasn't that hard for me, but what I did was, really just what was recommended. So like the golden sea pearl, well, this is what's annoying about Roslet, right? At Roslet, you have a good chance to get a clam if you're fishing in the clam zone, right? Seaweed bait, foggy weather. If you are struggling to get the golden sea pearl as well, if you don't have it, I would recommend the Rod of the Depths, just because of the ghost. Like that just makes it, look at that, 26,000 caught fish with the Rod of the Depths. Most of that's from that one zone. I would recommend doing that with the Rod of the Depths. I'll have a video at the end of this one on how to get that rod if you don't have it. It's really simple, straightforward. One of the beginner, like last, like in game level rods I'd recommend you getting is definitely that one, because the ghost is just that good. And the annoying part is you're not going to get more luck to increase your chances, because what happens is if you increase your luck, you're probably going to start catching things like these, which will be dumb, because what actually happens is you get a clam and then there's a random pearl inside of it, out of rose pearl, gilded pearl, mauve pearl, deep pearl, aurora pearl, and then obviously the golden pearl. As you see, there is no specific stat that makes them easier to catch. It's just random, which is what makes it annoying. But what's also good about pearls is they're completely AFKable if you use a macro. So I'll have a video also at the end of this one on the best macro that's working right now, and how to fix if you're using the auto hotkey one that everyone's using, right? It's broken. I know how in that video I shot it, fix it. But I'm also working on my own macro. It'll be a completely cross-platform compatible, always working software macro that'll even work on Mac. So if you're a Mac user, stay tuned. Eventually it'll even work on mobile, but stay tuned for that. You can join my Discord server. Once again, that'll be linked in the description. But But then we will pretty much though, because you see, you don't want much luck. You just want to be catching a lot of them. You can AFK them since they're not that hard. Like the progress bar is not hard. Then once again, if you're trying to catch a heavier fish, like one of the whale sharks or something. So if I go over to ocean, oh, that's interesting. Dang. Yeah. So if you come over to the ocean, right? Yeah, I'll just wait for that to go away. And you're trying to catch like a whale shark. See that 8,900 kilogram weight capacity? What that means is say you're using like the trident rod, you're never going to catch it. Like that's just facts. And the reason being is the trident rod can only catch a 6,000 kilogram weight at the most. So if you're trying to catch a fish that's over 6,000 kilograms, you're never going to catch it because it's not possible. Same with a lot of other fish, obviously. Like if you're trying over to Ancient Isles, if you're trying to catch some of the megalodons, these are some of the biggest fish in the game. Like look, 133,000. You're going to need like, I don't even think the rod of the depths can catch that. Yeah, the rod of the depths can't even catch that. So you're going to need something like No Life or something like in-game rods that have infinite kg to be able to actually catch those fish. Because once again, like that is a lot of kilograms. Now, obviously, if I search up megalodon, that's not the actual size. And especially if you want to get one of these fish, I do daily giveaways. And to enter, all you got to do is like, subscribe, and comment your username down below. And you can join the giveaway that way. And you can even join my Discord server linked in the description once again with more information in regards to the giveaways. As you see on the megalodon though, like on average, they're probably going to be on average around 60,000 kilograms or more, meaning the depth rod is literally useless, not usable at all. So if you're ever using the depth rod and can't catch a megalodon, that's why. And if you're ever using something like lower or earlier game, like a trident rod, aurora rod, something like that, and you can't catch it, that's once again, that's also why. Now, obviously there's mid-game rods you can get, like see the King's Rod, infinite kg. That's pretty good, but other stats are lacking. Once again, that is just something you need to consider. So you can complete the bestiaries so easily. You just use your brain and just figure it out, right? If you have any questions on a fish you can't catch specifically, you can comment down below. I'll make sure to answer your question. But once again, though, you should definitely come over and check out the fish Wikipedia, like the official one, not fandom one. They have so much more information on the official one. There's so much crap. You should definitely check it out. But anyways, if this video did help you out, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you on the next one.